much around the planet, especially in China, which was the worst big market so far year to date, but it's done quite well this week. It was probably due. In Vietnam, we had a rebound above the 900 level in the Viet index, which was probably due as well. So overall, a good week for equity markets generally. The big question is what's after that? And we will publish our strategy report for November in the next couple of days. You will see our views, and then you can talk to us about it if you have any questions. The other thing that happened this week is economic data from China. The PMIs were a bit lower than expected. That means there's a slight slowdown in economic activity. It's not dramatic, but it's a slowdown for sure. Tomorrow, Friday, in the US, we have obviously the non-farm payroll number, which is expected to come around 200,000. It's been around that level for months. We will see what happens. It will be an indicator of where we are and where we are going into the next couple of months. Currencies have been fairly stable. I mean, we're happy to see that the Philippine peso has stabilized, finally actually strengthened a bit in the last couple of weeks. That's a good sign. The rupiah in Indonesia has done nothing, which is also a good sign. And the dong here in Vietnam, other than maybe what is traded or what called the black market, has weakened, but in general, the official rate has been stable. Interest rates have gone up a bit, especially in the US, but in Japan, we noticed that the JGB 10-year yields have dropped from 0.14% to 0.11% right now. And there are a lot of Japanese insurance companies that are actually buying bonds, so obviously it puts yield pressure down on yields. So it's interesting that they're buying bonds at these levels. They probably think that yields were too high at 0.15% on the 10-year. That's one of the thing that we're watching. Other than that, we will publish a report, as I say, on next week on Vietnam. We are looking at some stocks that are getting more attractive after prices have dropped quite a bit. Valuation in general in the Vietnam market is okay. I wouldn't say it's low, but it's okay. The main thing we have to watch is earnings growth, which depends a lot on FDI inflows, exports, and the general situation globally. The last thing I would mention is to watch what's going on in Italy with the right-wing party getting stronger. And what's going to happen in Germany when Mrs. Merkel, as she announced, will step down. We don't know yet who will be her successor, but that's an interesting thing to watch for the next couple of months. Other than that, I wish you a good weekend. We'll talk to you next week from Ho Chi Minh City. Bye.